There's something in the profession called empathy burnout. We tend to see it with healthcare workers when there's just such a degree of hopelessness that people give up and they stop feeling at all. And I think that's also contributing to this chronic fatigue that we're seeing. We really are designed to handle the fight or flight reaction. That's the short-term stress that really helps us to protect ourselves. But when it's long-term and ongoing, it can create anxiety and depression. So crisis fatigue is when the body is overwhelmed with chronic and ongoing stress. And it tends to have a negative impact both psychologically and physically on the body. So we have the pandemic. We really don't know a lot about the virus. We don't know when we're going to be able to plan a vacation. Many of us still can't even interface with our family. We keep hearing about a new normal, but none of us really know what that's going to look like. So there's still a lot unknown, and that creates a lot of stress and tension. And then there are all of these political upheavals and racial upheavals, and they're just layered one on top of the other. And it can get a person to feel very hopeless. Not only are we stressed when we turn on the news, but now there's no escaping it because we're all connected to social media. So we scroll down feeds and we see all of these different posts, and it has an impact. And once we see something, we can't unsee it. So there is this no escape component that is going on. Layered on top of a lot of our relationships right now are feeling very virtual. We're working from home, we're interacting with friends from home. Even before this pandemic, there was a problem with loneliness reaching epic proportions. So we have all of these things going on in the news, the social unrest, the political unrest, the pandemic, and we don't know when life will return to normal. And yet we can't reach out to our friends and feel comforted. We're separated. So we're just kind of sitting with ourselves, and that's never a healthy place to be. I would say not to engage in negativity, especially on social media, because sometimes when people are feeling that chronic fatigue, they might be more irritable, they might be highly reactive. And I would just recommend to take a beat and not behave impulsively, because we don't want to make things worse for ourselves. So get up on time, go to sleep at the same time, make sure that you're exercising on a regular basis, that you're eating healthy, that you're maintaining social connections in a healthy way, in the best way that you can, that you're having meaningful connections. That can help tremendously with the feeling of being chronically overloaded and that chronic fatigue that many of us are feeling.